When you're naturally curious, every day is school day, but I'll bet you didn't realize just how much there is to learn about the seemingly mundane items we see and use on the daily. From deceptive store displays to the secret messages hidden in fast food, let's take a look at yet another batch of amazing secrets hidden in everyday things. Throwing in the towel. Unfortunately for your wallet, shopping is very much a part of everyday life, and when it comes to tempting their customers, retailers know that appearance is king. Bed Bath & Beyond is famous around the world for their impeccable ceiling-high towel displays, but have you ever wondered how exactly they keep them looking so perfect? While it may look like these towels are stacked to high heaven, each stack is just one towel carefully sheathed over foam rolls in a way to make it appear as though it's lots of towels folded on top of one another. The real towel stacks are wisely kept within the average shopper's reach, though most are none the wiser. Pretty ironic that Bed Bath & Beyond's personal hygiene section would be harboring dirty little secrets like that. Pizza table. With soft dough, tangy tomato sauce and that oh so glorious gooey cheese, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone that doesn't love a good slice of pizza, but I'll bet you never realized just how much thought goes into your standard takeout pizza in a box. While the pizza itself is what catches your eye upon opening the box, there's something else that I'll bet you've never paid much mind to, specifically, this mysterious little piece of plastic. While it might look like the perfect spot for a tiny pizza party, this little table is actually called a pizza siver. Its job is essentially to provide structural support to pizza boxes when other things are stacked on top during transit. While you might be wondering why an already flat pizza would need any kind of crush protection, the pizza saver plays a crucial role in preventing the top of the box from dropping down onto the pizza. Pizzerias that don't use pizza savers are at risk of causing any delicious cheese and toppings to stick to the lid, turning any sized pizza party into a pizza pity party. As nifty as this little table's true purpose is, I'd still love to attend a tiny pizza party. What a tasteful pepperoni carpet this place has. Captcha if you can. Thanks to the wonderful world of spammers, daily internet users are sure to find themselves convincing websites that they are, in fact, not a robot. This is reCAPTCHA, an online system that enables websites to differentiate between genuine human users and spam bots. On average, humans solve roughly 60 million online CAPTCHAs every single day, and you might have noticed that the questions asked by the picture puzzles seem just a little bit dumb. Select all squares with traffic lights, all images with a bus, crosswalks, taxis, the list goes on. While these tasks might seem totally random and pointless, few people realize that the answers we're giving to these irritating CAPTCHAs have been steadily moving us closer to a reality dominated by self-driving cars. When you identify road hazards and signs in CAPTCHAs, Google uses this precise information to help its smart car technology identify where pedestrian signs, crosswalks, and cyclists are. So when you're sitting with your future grandkids in your self-driving car, you can tell them all about how you've been personally responsible for the magic of truly smart cars. Tough bus. In the United States, around 26 million students ride the school bus to from school every day. Chances are you've ridden one yourself, but have you ever stopped to consider the design of what's ferrying you to class? Ever noticed these horizontal steel bars that jut out the side of American school buses? These are called rub rails and serve to provide structural and protectional support to the bus. If something were to swipe up against the side of the bus, the rub rails provide additional reinforcement against the obstruction, reducing the chance of damage being done to the main body of the bus, keeping the kids inside safe from metal walls that could otherwise crumble inward. Pretty neat, huh? If like me you always just assumed those black lines were a stylistic choice, let me know in the comments. Shifty. In our modern world, there's no getting away from computers. It's not much of a secret that modern keyboards were based on typewriters, but some key changes have been made to keep up with the evolving ways we use computers. You might have wondered why countless keyboards have two sets of Control, Alt and Shift keys. What's the point in having two sets of keys that do the exact same thing? The purpose of these duplicate keys is, quite simply, to help the typist access the same function with whichever hand is most convenient. However, some countries' keyboards have an Alt-Ger button, short for Alt-Graph, which allows the user to type foreign letters and characters by tapping the keys the keyboard has been assigned for the purpose. I'm still going to continue to believe that the Alt-Ger key is just the Alt key you press when you're angry. Get a grip. Spend more than a few minutes soaking in the bathtub or tearing it up in the swimming pool, and you'll notice that your fingers have undergone a pretty dramatic transformation. But what exactly is up with water-shriveled fingers? This question has plagued scientists for quite some time, and even now, they can't be 100% sure. But there's one theory in particular that stands out. Some scientists have suggested that the wrinkles on our wet fingers and toes may act like rain treads on tires or the soles of shoes, which make it easier to grip objects with wet skin. The theory goes that our wrinkled digits and soles could have given our ancient ancestors key advantage when it came to gripping damp branches or exploring over, well, slippery rocks. I guess the main benefit these days is being able to grip onto our precious phones on rainy days. Haha, evolution. King of Broken Hearts. Depending on what game you're playing, kings are usually amongst the most important playing cards. But if you look a little closer at the King of Hearts, you might notice something that just might break your heart. Horrifyingly enough, the King of Hearts is often depicted as sticking a sword into his own noggin. But why? While this is often attributed to a story about King Charles VII of France going mad and committing a similar deed, that rumor is a load of baloney. While the real Charles did become very ill and paranoid towards the end of his life, his ultimate end came when an abscess in his mouth caused so much swelling, was unable to swallow anything, leading him to starve to death in 1461. A pretty horrendous end indeed. But sorry, Charlie boy, this isn't about you. There's a lot of debate over the source of inspiration for the King of Hearts card, but one plausible story is more widely accepted than others. While the King of Hearts is most likely based on a French ruler, it's one that sat on the throne more than 600 years before Charles VII. Charlemagne was the ruler of Francia, part of which later became France, and he was later the first Holy Roman Emperor of Europe in the 9th century. The main theory goes that early King of Hearts playing cards depicted Charlemagne, the great conqueror, holding his weapon aloft, but this was set to change. The card ended up going through variations in its design, as artists copied one another imperfectly over time. Begging with a battle axe being held over the king's head, it's likely that those copying the pictures misinterpreted the weapon close behind the king's head as a sword that looks like it's embedded inside his head. To this day, misinformation spread around the internet about the card King's Head have led to some pretty hilarious modern updates to the King of Hearts card. Sorry Iron Man RIP, oh crumbs. While popping a couple of slices in the toaster is a part of many people's daily routine, a surprising number fail to realize that their favorite kitchen appliance is hiding a secret in plain sight. At the base of some toasters, you'll find a hidden compartment that plays a very crucial role, and if you didn't know about this, you might be in for a bit of a messy shock. This is crumb tray, which conveniently catches any crumbly rubble as you insert and remove the bread from the toaster. You're actually supposed to empty the crumb tray after every 2 to 3 uses of your toaster, according to manufacturers, so expect a debris horror show if you're only opening yours for the first time. Oh, crumbs indeed. Saucy secrets. One of the best things about a trip to McDonald's is the sauce station. Despite the ample supply of sauce, sachet and pump activated alike, regular customers have no doubt come up against the question of where to put it. While squeezing it out onto a little cup is a good option, there's an even more convenient choice if you've got some fries. You can actually bend the back of your fry box to form a nice little platform for your ketchup. But before you go thinking that McDonald's did this on purpose, I'm afraid it's not that simple. In reality, the higher flap of the box is purpose-built to help Mickey D's crew members easily scoop fries into the package, using the flap as a funnel. Still, that doesn't mean the fry flap can't double as prime dipping real estate anyhow. While the old saying suggests the proof is in the pudding, this next saucy surprise proves that the real secrets are in the sauce packets themselves. Eagle-eyed convenient lovers have realized that there are some mysterious numbers marked on the single-serve ketchup packets available in some restaurants. Some condiment spiricists theorized that the numbers equate to each packet's level of sweetness, suggesting that the lower number indicates the packet has a sweeter taste, and the higher numbers signal a sourer taste, meaning you can secretly tailor your dipping experience. While this might sound like a mind-blowing fact, it's actually a squeezed-out serving of pure fiction. The real reason behind the elusive numbers has actually been confirmed by the #1 condiment king, Heinz. The sauce-laden company have stated that the numbers refer to the different filling lines the sachets were filled at during the manufacturing process in factories. So, as fun as sweet and sour variations sound, it all comes down to the layout of a factory, which is, honestly, pretty dull. But I hate to be a bore, so here's an amazing video of a baby kangaroo to cleanse your palate. Much better. Do you know any more amazing everyday secrets? Let me know in the comments below, and you might just see it show up in the next part of the series with a shout out, of course. Thanks for watching.
Please subscribe, like and hit the bell.